So this is the hair that I use for this. Okay, this is actually human. It's a little bit of human, but it's mostly synthetic hair. Okay, and you know what? It's so nice. It's so soft. It's so pretty. Okay, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do no whole weave or nothing like that. So let me just do what I did. Just put some in the side and curl my own and just comb it. Let me talk to y'all this year. You know what? I say this, and I say this not looking for any pity or anything like that. Okay, so with me, I know that I do not have what I would call a pretty face. And that's fine with me, and I've grown to accept that. But what I can do is beautify myself. Okay? I can beautify myself. I can do things that will make my face look softer. Like to me, adding hair to my short hair, adding hair to my short hair, to me, it gives me a softer look, a more approachable look. Okay? And of course, putting on a little makeup. Y'all know me with the makeup and the lipstick and all that. Y'all already know that about me. And also making sure that my fingernails are done, that my fingernails have a nice color. This one got kind of messed up because I was cooking, but that my fingernails are done, that they have a nice color, that my hands look nice. It's just so important to me. You know what? There's a lot of women out here that, it might not have the most prettiest face, but you know what? So what? They still are doing their thing. They dress nice. They, you know what I'm saying? They put a little makeup on, to give their face that like softer look. Okay, their hair is in order, and they just still look so beautiful. Why? Because they know how to beautify themselves. You know what I have learned? The more approachable and beautified a woman looks, let me tell you something. It makes people treat you different. It does. It makes people treat you way different. It really does. I used to think that wasn't true until I started observing things. Excuse me. I've started observing things, and I said, you know what? The better a woman looks, the better she's going to get treated. And yes, we are in the world, so mostly that's how humans are. That's how human beings are. We go by how people look a lot of times. We really do. Whether we do it consciously or whether we do it subconsciously, we go by the way people look. I look at some other women's mukbangs and I look at their face and I say, you know what? I say they have a good looking face. So being as they have that good looking face, people are going to be attracted to that type of channel because that's just how people are. Let's be honest, people don't really want to see an unattractive person putting food in their mouth and eating and stuff. They really don't. That's just the God's honest truth. And like I said, whether that's consciously or subconsciously, either way, it's just the truth. So it's like if you don't feel like you're the most prettiest person, the most prettiest lady, that is fine. There are ways to beautify yourself. There are ways to beautify yourself. God ain't blessed every face with prettiness. It's just true. God didn't bless every face to be super pretty. That's the God's honest truth. Now, I know I'm made in the likeness and image of God, but every woman is not going to look like a Rachel. There's some Leahs out here. Me, I'm going to raise my hand because I relate to Leah in the Bible. I don't relate to Rachel. I don't relate to her. Now, if you read the story about Rachel and Leah in the Bible, you see that Rachel was treated better. People preferred Rachel. Why? Because Rachel was beautiful in the face. She had a very pretty face. Okay, so people preferred her more. But then you had Leah. The Bible don't speak on Leah as the same way. But see, Leah had a tight relationship with God. Strengthen your relationship with God. That is so important. Strengthen your relationship with the Most High. And that's whether you was born with a very pretty face or you don't have a very pretty face. Strengthen your relationship with God because that's just important. And again, every female is not going to look like Rachel. They're just not. There's some females in this world that was just born pretty. They were just born pretty. They just were. It is what it is. God blessed them with that. Well, every female don't have the same thing. They don't have the same thing. And that's okay. You could still beautify yourself. Don't let nobody tell you you can't beautify yourself. And you could beautify yourself and be confident. And be confident. Okay? Now, of course, there are ways. There's women that have the money. And guess what? They get plastic surgery to get rid of the things on their face that they don't like. They get rid of this stuff. And they get a new face. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see that there's anything wrong with that if that's what they want to do and they're grown enough and they have the money to do it and they're not harming themselves. That is fine. That is fine as long as they don't allow that, you know what I'm saying, now that they're able to be a real pretty woman, as long as it doesn't cause them to be prideful and mean to people and this and that, because they got to remember how people treated them when they wasn't attractive. They got to remember how people treated them. I come into the money and I'm able to do it to my face. I'm still going to have the same attitude. I'm not going to be like, oh, now that I got this super pretty face now, oh man, I could really be mean to people. I could show. Nah, that's not even going to be me. That's not going to be me at all. And I mean that. Because I know what it feels like to be mistreated for not being considered pretty. It just is what it is. And this is my truth and I'm standing in it. I'm standing in it. It might not be other people's truth, but guess what? This is my truth. And I have never been considered a pretty faced person. I just haven't. I just haven't. That's not something that I've been considered even as a teenager, as a young girl. Just, I wasn't blessed with that. So I have to accept what God has given me. I have to accept that. And guess what? I'm going to work with what I have. So I'm going to put hair in my hair. Make sure I put me on some makeup. And most of all, make sure I have a good spirit inside my heart. Make sure my spirit is beautiful. Okay? Because I could beautify this all day. But if in here, my spirit is rotten to the core, then guess what? No matter how I look at it, that's ugly. That's ugly. Understand something. Ugly goes beyond facial features. Ugly goes beyond facial features. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. Just like beauty goes beyond facial features. Pretty, I'm going to limit pretty to just facial features. Pretty is just facial features. But beauty, that goes beyond. That goes beyond what the face looks like. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all. And I hope this was encouraging. And like I said, I'm not, coming forward with this because, I want any type of pity or people to say, well, you shouldn't feel like that about yourself and this and that. I'm fine. It's my truth and I'm standing in it. All right, be blessed.